Hello everyone, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about a story about how I once caught my uncle lacking. So let's get right into it. So basically, a couple years ago, right, I was with my uncle because he invited me one time to go fishing with him. So basically, this happened 2 years ago in February, I believe. Well, I was in my room, as always, just chilling until I got a message from my uncle saying, "Hey, I was wondering if you interested in going with me to my cabin to go fishing because we used to always go fishing." And I told him, "Yeah, sure." I reluctantly agreed, and so we went to his place, and he picked me up from my house, and that's when we started going fishing. We caught a lot of fish, to be honest. We caught a lot of fish. I think we caught like five regular fish and five basses, like a bass, like the fish kind. And so we caught them, and mind you, it was in the middle of nowhere basically, and we caught a lot of fish. And I remember I let my uncle borrow my jacket because he forgot to bring his, and it was a cold day that day. It was very cold. And so we went back to his cabin and we cooked the fish. We ended up cooking them. And that day was the Super Bowl because I do remember that day because the Super Bowl was happening because it happened in February. And so we're watching the game for a few minutes, like for a couple hours, I mean. And it was good. I remember he had placed bets on Super Bowl to see if his team won. And his team did win. I think he won like 50, $60 on his team. And so we were there with like shooting the shot and all that stuff. And then and then my parents picked me up because my parents were supposed to pick me up that day, and they did. They picked me up an hour late because they had to do some errands, so I completely understood. And so I went with my parents back home, and I went and I said goodbye and all that stuff to my uncle, and it was a good time. We had a good time together, and we went back to we were driving back to our house. My parents wanted to pick me up, and two, I got a call from a phone that wasn't mine because, mind you, I said that I let him borrow my jacket. He must have put his phone accidentally in my jacket because that doesn't happen. And so so the phone number was ringing, his phone, because I remember it was a different ringtone. It wasn't my phone. And I told my parents, "Hey, let's go back. I have to get his phone to him. He accidentally left it in my jacket." And we went. And I think that when I answered the phone to see who it was, because it did say unknown caller, I think the caller was a woman. It was a woman's voice, and guess who was calling him? Let me let that sink in. The person who was calling him was an escort he had been seeing. And I was like, "Oh no, I caught you lacking." And so I eventually gave it back to him and all stuff. I didn't mention it to him, but I cannot believe that he had contacts of an escort, of an escort. Like, and for those of you that don't know, an escort is basically like a prostitute, but you can see them online and went on and went like it's basically paying for doing the deed. And it was so weird because I'm like, how does he have this context? How? It's so weird. But yeah, it was so gross, to be honest, but that's how it happened. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you're new to my channel, make sure to please subscribe and notifications on if you haven't already. And let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and make sure to please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, guys.